Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I am an Australian New Zealand dual citizen living in Vancouver, Canada. I'm going to be talking about my braces. On this channel, I like to talk about my life and things that are going on in my life, and a big part of that has been braces. And I am in my late 20s, so I am considered having adult braces. And I know a lot of people get their braces when they're younger, kids, teenagers, so I want to provide a video talking about my experience having adult braces. I didn't really document the beginning of my journey because I hadn't started my YouTube channel yet, but I have been taking pictures, so I will insert a picture or two to talk about and give some context to what I'm saying. So I've had my braces for about 8.5 months now. I was originally estimated to have them for about 18 to 24 months, but as of my last appointment, my orthodontist said that my teeth are looking really good. I graduated from wearing my rubber bands. I had my rubber bands for about 4 months, and I was so diligent with them. I only took them off to eat and brush my teeth. But he said I graduated from them, which means I only have to wear them when I go to sleep at night. So I don't feel like I've fully graduated from them, but I only have to wear them at night. So I'm hoping because of that. I heard that if you are really consistent and diligent with your elastics, then it can help speed up the process. So based on all that information from my last appointment, I'm hoping that I'm on the right track and that I will get my braces off sooner than 18 months. To start off, I will insert a picture of what my teeth looked like before I got braces. I have always been self-conscious of my teeth. I have memories of growing up and not wanting to smile with my mouth open. I was just self-conscious. I knew that my teeth weren't straight, they were crooked. And a lot of my childhood was growing up smiling like that and not showing my teeth. And I just have these memories of family members and whoever I was with taking a picture of me, always telling me to smile with my teeth showing, and I was always so self-conscious. As you can tell from the picture, I had severe crowding. I don't know if you can really tell. I had severe crowding on my bottom teeth, particularly at the front. Just a lot of them pushing forwards and backwards. It was more my top teeth that I was more self-conscious of. I feel like as I got older, my teeth got more crooked than from what I remember growing up. But my left, I think it's the incisor, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, was turned almost 180 degrees. And these two front teeth were overlapping each other. And my orthodontist actually said that one of my front teeth, just the way that it was overlapping over time, had worn on my bottom teeth and was actually a little bit shorter than my other one. Thankfully, he said when I get my braces off, he will fill that tooth so that it is in line with the other. But it's good that I'm getting braces. It feels like it's not just cosmetic, but it was actually wearing away at my teeth. So I've always been self-conscious of my mouth for as long as I can remember. And I wasn't in the position growing up where I had the opportunity to get braces. It was only in the last year or so where I felt like I wanted to do something for myself and I wanted to get braces and straighten my teeth. And I feel like that is okay. I think my biggest wish was I wanted to feel confident in my smile. I've never felt confident smiling, as I mentioned before, and that was what I wanted. I wanted to talk to people and not feel self-conscious. I wanted to smile in photos and show my teeth and feel confident in myself, and I knew that getting braces was the way to go about that. I think when choosing an orthodontic clinic, you have to feel confident where you're going, and that's why I did go to a couple of different consultations before I got my braces. Some places, they do different pricing based on when they evaluate your teeth and what they think that their best treatment for your teeth is going to be. So I went to 2 places, got 2 different quotes, and both told me they were going to do kind of 2 separate treatments, which is interesting. One mentioned cutting my frenulum, I think that's what it is, and that would need to be done, and the other place didn't. So really it's talking with your orthodontist, getting 2 different opinions and feeling confident to talk to the other one, like, hey, this person mentioned that, is that what I'm going to need? So I had those discussions and ultimately picked the orthodontic clinic that I'm going to now, just because I felt that their pricing was more reasonable for my budget, and the treatment options that they said to me, I felt I was more comfortable with. So that's my first tip. Go to as many as you can consultations. Most times they're free. The ones I went to were free, and it's okay to get different opinions and ask questions. These are pieces of metal that are going to be on your mouth for a couple of years, so you want to feel like you're being heard, so you want to feel comfortable in your decision and treatment plan. So far things have been going well. I will say the first couple of weeks where I got my braces on, incredibly painful, obviously, because your teeth are, you know, the most crooked they're going to be, and you have these wires that are trying to pull them in different directions. I remember it was so uncomfortable eating. I had to ask my husband if he made dinner to cut it into small pieces for me, or I cut my own meals into small pieces, because I couldn't bite off food and chew it. I had to, like, you know, have little squares of food that were manageable, and I couldn't eat crunchy thing like crust and pizza. Now that's totally fine for me, but at the time I couldn't eat crust. It just hurt my mouth so much. And the way that my teeth were positioned, I remember waking up in the morning and my braces would be stuck to the inside of my lips, and I would kind of have to pull them off, and there'd be indents, and it was just so painful. And I just kept thinking, when is this going to get better? But obviously, as the weeks went on and the wires were doing their job and moving my teeth where they needed to be, I wasn't feeling that pain anymore, and I haven't felt that pain in a long time. I got my rubber bands, I think, pretty early on in my treatment. I'm not quite sure when most people get their rubber bands, but I think I got mine 3 to 4 months into my treatment. And I got them on the first hook on my top teeth down to the bottom hook on the last hook on my bottom teeth. And I had to wear those all the time, only taking them out to eat or brush my teeth. And like I said before, I was completely diligent with that. I wanted to speed up the process as much as I could. And I think, yeah, it was like 2 months ago, I graduated. So they say. So I don't have to wear my rubber bands anymore, but I do have to wear them at night, just when I sleep. Another thing that I got I think it's pretty early on in my treatment, but maybe it's completely normal, but at about the 4 or 5 mark, I got power chains on my braces, on my top teeth. So I don't know if you can tell, they just kind of go across my teeth like this, as opposed to little squares like that. But power chains, their primary goal is to pull your teeth together. With my bottom teeth, just because they were crowded, they have the squares as normal, just to try and get them into place. But with my top teeth, because that one tooth was so crooked and the one on the other side was a little bit turned, once they turned to the position they were meant to be, there were big gaps between them. And if I can find them, I'll insert, but I just had some big gaps in my mouth. So that is when I got the power chains, and they are pulling my teeth together. So I've had these I think since April, so almost 3-4 months. Right now, when I get my wires changed, they hurt for a couple of days after, but then it's completely okay, and I feel like I can go back to eating normal. I'm not waking up with pain anymore. So yeah, it's not super bad when I get my wires tightened. I do remember at one point, in order to turn my teeth, I had to get, I think they were like twist ties on the teeth that they wanted to turn, so they were separate little metal pieces that twisted on to turn them. There was the first time I got them put on, the lady cut the end wire off too short, and it was this little piece of metal that was just sticking straight out of my tooth, and I didn't notice it at first because it had been bent in like it was supposed to. It was just short, and then it was on the tooth that my elastics was running on. So every time I put my elastics on and took it off, I think the little piece of wire got stuck on the rubber band and it pulled it, so it was sticking out. And it got a couple days after my appointment, it was so painful. I had this sharp piece of wire that was just cutting into my gum, and every time I put a rubber band on, it would cut it and snap it, so it was painful. So I called and made an appointment. They got me in and they fixed it straight away. So that's only one negative thing that has happened with my braces journey so far, but I do recommend that if anything comes up, if they cut your wires too short, if they put a tie on wrong, if there's any sharp in your mouth, call them and they will fix it. That's why they are there. So that's also my tip, is to don't deal with the pain of a sharp piece of metal sticking into your gum. Get it fixed. And ever since then, it hasn't happened since. So it was just a one-off. It must have just been an accident. They cut it too short. But yeah, don't sit in pain. Get it fixed. Another thing is when I first got my braces on, the way that my teeth were positioned, if I had my braces on, they would have bit into each other. I would have been biting and felt my braces. That's how weirdly positioned my teeth were. So I actually got bite blocks put on my top teeth, and they were just to help my teeth not touch when my mouth was closed and when my teeth were together. The bite blocks were very uncomfortable. I definitely noticed them, that they were there, and it did make it really hard to eat in the beginning, especially because my mouth was already so sore. But to kind of, because you chew with your back teeth, and to have those bite blocks there, I was trying to learn how to chew with them, and it was really uncomfortable. And just me personally, sometimes when I'm really stressed, I grind my teeth, and that was so noticeable to me when I had bite blocks. I could definitely tell when I was grinding my teeth, and I will just say the whole experience and sensation of having bite blocks and grinding your teeth was so unpleasant. And luckily I do have bite blocks still on my teeth. They have grinded down a little bit just normally through talking and eating. They're still there a little bit, but they aren't as big as they used to be, and I think my teeth are in a good position now where I don't technically need them, but I think they're just still in there because I'm not actually too sure, and I should check on that. But that was another thing. Bite blocks, really uncomfortable in the beginning, but now not so much of an issue. I would say personally, my process so far of having braces hasn't been bad at all. It's actually been quite good. I haven't had any extreme pain. I notice a big difference in my teeth and my smile. That's a big thing. I have been smiling with my teeth. I was kind of thinking, maybe I wouldn't want to smile. Maybe I would be self-conscious of braces. Is it weird for an adult to smile and have braces? But I'm pushing past all that, and looking at my recent photos that I've taken of myself and my family, I'm smiling with my teeth, and they're noticeably straighter. And even though they have braces on them, I feel way more confident than I did before. So I am so excited to get them off. I'm already feeling the benefits that I went into braces getting. I'm feeling more confident to smile. And another thing is I am starting to make YouTube videos, so of course my mouth is being shown on screen. And my job, my part-time job, I'm a speech language pathologist, so the mouth is my job. And that was another reason why I wanted to get braces. I just feel like everyone's always looking at my mouth, and I wanted to feel confident to talk. I saw someone say that if you're an adult, as opposed to getting your braces when you're a kid or a teenager, your teeth take longer to move. But my biggest advice would be to just be diligent with what your orthodontist says. Wear your elastic bands when you're supposed to. Dental hygiene is a big one, so always make sure you're brushing your teeth, that they give you a little brush to poke food out that gets stuck in. Make sure you're diligent with that. Just have good oral hygiene and wear your bands like you're supposed to, and it helps speed your teeth up. Those are my tips for you when you are getting braces as an adult. I don't know what else to add to this video. Braces colors. I've had 3 braces colors. I've had gray, light pink, and teal. I know as an adult, I was like, should I get colors? Is that weird? I don't know why. I was associating colors with like a teenager thing or a kid thing to do. But as an adult, I think it's fun. So I've had 3 colors. A lot of people talk about, when you get your colors at first, they're vibrant and they're fun. But after weeks of wear and drinking and brushing and eating, the colors can change. So I will give my opinions based on the 3 colors that I've had. Gray, I think, is, for me, great. Stayed gray the whole time. I didn't notice any different color changes. It just stayed gray, which was nice. It didn't stain, it didn't lighten, it was just gray. Light pink is so pretty in the beginning, but towards the end, it had faded so much and I think was starting to stain a little bit. Teal has been great. I've had it for about 3 weeks and they're still the same as they were before. There's no staining. So I would recommend definitely teal, gray, and pink if you're not planning to eat anything that is going to super stain your teeth, like curry or I don't know. I heard don't do yellow, don't do white, don't do brown. I think those aren't great colors to get, but to each their own. I think that's all I have for today's video. There's not much to say. I just wanted to plop this on my channel for memory, and if you are curious about getting braces or what it looks like, I hope this video was somewhat helpful. If you have any other questions about braces, please feel free to leave them below. Let me know your experiences with braces, and I will keep updating you when things are different and changing, but I am hoping to get these braces off sooner rather than later. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!